Good morning, all are you. Welcome to our college, Sharad Institute of Technology, Polytechnic, EDRAM, Department of Information Technology. Today start third lecture on our course, that is subject data structure using C. All are already known. In our college start the online lectures from 17 June 2020. Hope all are taking benefit it. In second lecture, we learn the subpoints of concepts of data structure, need of data structure and abstract data type in first unit introduction to data structure for 6 marks, and I given some homework on it. Hope all are completed it. Now study the next part in first unit introduction to data structures in subpoint 1.2, that is types of data structures. Let's start the types of data structures. Define a data structure as a way of organizing data that specifies are in two parts. One, a set of data elements, that is data object, and second, a set of operations which are applied to this data object. Means what? Organizing the data means arranging the data are specified in set of data elements. Means what? Our data, our elements are stored in a memory, and on that elements some operations or set of operations are performed. Means which are the operations? For example, insertion, deletion, sorting are applied on this data object. Okay. Next point, data structures can be classified in the following categories. Means some things related to as having particular characteristics through classifies the data structures. They are first, primitive and non-primitive data structure, second, linear and non-linear data structure, third, static and dynamic data structure, and fourth, last is homogeneous and heterogeneous data structure. In that, study only linear and non-linear data structure because this only syllabus for you. Actually, which are the categories of data structure or on which based are classified it, they are listed above. In that, important is only linear and non-linear data structure. Other are only understand purpose, we added it. First, primitive and non-primitive data structure. In that, primitive data structures are based data structure and are directly operated on machine instructions. For example, integer, characters, etc. Means what? Which are the data types of are used in primitive data structures? They are integer, characters are directly operated on a machine instructions. Okay, or directly operated on our machine. Which are the non-primitive data structures? Non-primitive data structures are derived from the primitive data structures. For example, array, linked list, etc. Means what? Which are the non-primitive data structures? They are derived from primitive data structures. Which are the primitive data structures? For example, integer character, that are derived to a non-primitive data structures. Means what? Array is the collection of same data types. Okay, in that array which types of data elements are added? For example, integer array or float array, character array, etc. So these character, integer, floats are the primitive data structure that derived from it. Non-primitive data structures are called derived from the primitive data structures. Next, linear and non-linear data structure. In that, linear data structures maintains a linear relationship between their data elements. For example, array means what? In a linear data structures, their elements are relationship between each other in a linear way. In a non-linear data structure, do not maintain any relationship between their data elements. For example, tree means what? In a non-linear data structure, in that elements do not relationship with each other. Okay, that elements are known as the non-linear data structure. That example is tree. In details we studied in a next part. Okay, these are the linear and non-linear data structure. In a array, our relationship with each other means what? In a array are collection of elements, same data types. In that, one elements are connected with other. Okay, that's why this is known as the linear data structure. And in a non-linear data structure, that example is tree. In that tree's elements are not directly connected or not a relationship between each other. Only the hierarchy structure that are known as the tree. Third, static and dynamic data structure. In that, these static and dynamic data structures are formed for the memory allocation purpose. In a static data structure, memory is allocated at the time of compilation. For example, array means what? When we array are run, compile time, that static data structures memory is allocated. In dynamic data structures, memory is allocated at runtime using malloc and calloc functions. For example, linked list means what? In a array, when we are run in compilation time, that memory is allocated, so it is called as static data structure. And in a linked list, that are memory allocation at the runtime, so it is known as the dynamic data structure. This how to memory allocation using malloc and calloc function. And in a static data structure, in a program, we already that memory are allocated it. Okay, next, fourth, homogeneous and heterogeneous data structure. In homogeneous data structures, all elements are of same type. For example, array means what? Homogeneous means what? Homogeneous means that our elements are same type. For example, array. Okay, we are already known what is meant by array. Array is a collection of same data type. Means what? In one array, that all our elements are a same data type. For example, we are declare a array for 10 elements. Means what? 10 elements are in a same types. For example, declare a integer array. Means that all 10 elements are defined as a integer. Okay. In a homogeneous data structures, all elements are of different types. Means what? Homogeneous means different. Okay, in which all elements are different types we are stored. For example, structure. We are already known what is meant by structure. Structure is a collection of different data types. Means what? In using through structure, we are create the different data types together. Means what? In a structure, we add we create the data types integer, float, or character, etc. So these are the example. For example, we structured declare our book name. Then in a book name is the character, book ID is a number, book price is a float. They are the different data types are together with in each other using through structured data structure. So structure is a heterogeneous data structure. Primitive and non-primitive data structures. Okay, in that following figure shows that the types of primitive and non-primitive data structure. In that first data structure there are two subpoints, primitive data structure and non-primitive data structure. In a primitive data structure they are classified in a integer, float, character, double, pointers that are directly affected on a machine or a computer. And in a non-primitive data structure they are classified into, there are in two subpoints that are linear and non-linear. Okay, in a linear that are classified array, stack, queue and linked list, and in a non-linear they are classified into tree and graph. Okay, in that this linear and non-linear, there are 4 and there are 2, means total 6 are studied in a detail. Okay, in this slide we shows the separately diagram of types of linear and non-linear data structure. Okay, following figure shows that the types of linear and non-linear data structure. There are in two types, two are classified, linear data structure and non-linear data structure. In the linear data structure there are four types: array, stack, queue and linked list. In a non-linear data structure they are classified in a graphs and trees. Okay, we start the in details of what is meant by array, stack, queue, linked list, graphs and trees. Okay, this is syllabus for you. Only we study the linear data structure and non-linear data structure. These slides are we know that are only for understanding purpose. In this next slides are important because in this start our actually points about the linear data structure and non-linear data structure. Okay, and also in this chapter only what is the definition of this data structure. Actually these are in details, means there are specified in a chapter wise we are studied in brief. Okay, in under we studied the main 2 points, linear data structure and non-linear data structure. In that first, linear data structure. Linear data structures defined as maintains a linear relationship between their data elements. Means what? In that data elements are each other relationship between maintains. Next point, linear data structure is one in which its elements from a sequence. Means what? In a linear data structures that elements are stored in a sequence wise. That is each element in structure has a unique predecessor and a unique successor. Means predecessor means a things that has been followed by another, and successors means a things that after another. For example, in a mathematical, it is not a write down in your exam, only for understanding purpose I am to telling that. For example, we given a number 5, then predecessor of 5 is 4. Okay, and successor of 5 is 6. Means what? Predecessor means before the 5 which number 4, so predecessor, and successor means after 5 number is 6, after that one number is added, that is known as the successor. Means what? In a linear data structures that elements are unique predecessors and unique successors. Means what? For example, we take a array. Okay, in that array elements are sequentially stored, and any one data where operations are performed, we already known which are the elements are after that and which are the elements are before that. So it is defined as each elements in a structure has a unique predecessor and unique successor. Means predecessor means before element and successor means after element, which are in a present in a memory that are known. Okay. Next point, the different types of linear data structures are given below. First array, second linked list, third stack, and fourth queue. These are one by one we are studying in a next slide. First array. We are already known the what is mean by array in your previous semester, in your second semester, but not a write in details, only for write what is mean by array or types, because not the questions in your exam that's brief explain the array, only for asking linear or non-linear, otherwise difference between linear and non-linear, so not studied in so not written in detail because their time are consumed. So only for written what is mean by array. You return, it depends upon how to asking the marks, means depends upon marks. Asking for 4 marks, so details in detail, or asking for 2 marks, so details in short. That's why. Okay, start the points. First array. An array is a collection of homogeneous, that is same data types or same data elements. An array can store one type of data only. All integers, all floating point numbers, or all characters. Okay, got it? Means in a array store the types of data are the all integer or all floating point, all or characters. Next, all the elements in a array are stored continuously. Okay, in a array all elements are stored one by one, means in a continuously stored. The elements of array are stored in a linear way, that is sequentially in a memory, as shown in below figure. In that figure we shows the array. Okay, 1 to n elements are array are stored the numbers. Okay. In a C language, an array is declared as integer a of 10. Here a is the name of array which can holds 10 data elements of a integer type. Means what? It in that maximum 10 elements are stored in a variable of type integer. The elements in a array always stored from index 0 up to n minus 1, where n is a size of array. Means what? In a array starting index. Okay, in a array we are starting the index from 0, means we starting the value start from 0. For example, your n elements is 10, means 10 minus 1 means 9. Your index start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's all. Okay. Individual elements of an array can be accessed by specifying name of array followed by index or subscript. Index are also known as a subscript. When any individual elements an array we want to access, then how to it is accessed? Through name of array and followed by the index. For example, a of 2 will represent the data element stored at index 2. Means what? A of 2 means in a index of 2 means 0, 1, 2, 2 index which are elements are stored that are displayed. Declaring the array, we must know the upper limit of the number of elements, that is size of array is fixed. Okay, means what? When we declare the any array, that time we already know the upper limit, means maximum which limits we are stored, that already known. Next point, which are the types of array? Types of array are one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array and multi-dimensional array. Okay, in that only for write the what is mean by array. Enough, it's information only for enough. Second, linked list. Linked list is alternative approach of arrays. If we are not aware of upper limit of numbers of elements, then linked list is one of the options. So generally use arrays. Means what? In a arrays we are known the upper limit of numbers of elements, but in a linked list not known. Okay, means what? In a array the elements are when we declare the array, that time we know the which are the upper limit, means how many elements are stored in a array, but that in a linked list not known. So generally use the array data, but in a linked list we are stored the elements on a runtime, means in a memory allocation we store the runtime. Data can be placed anywhere in a memory, and these data are linked with each other using pointer field. Means what? In a linked list, how two data are placed? In a linked list, data placed in a memory anywhere, but these are linked with each other using pointer field. Means what? It is that in that elements are stored with each other, are connected with each other using the pointer field. This pointer field store the address of the next element in the list. Okay, means what? Using through pointer field store the address of next element. In a memory, which are the next elements are stored, that are address are stored in a or previous data element. Linked list is collection of nodes where linked list is collection of nodes where each node consists of two parts, data and pointer. The first node in linked list is called head or start node, which points to the first data element in list. Means what? In a linked list, which are the first node that are known as or that are called as head node or start node. Okay, which points to the first data element in the list. The last node contains a null pointer. Means what? In a linked list, which are the last node that contains the null pointer. Null pointer means in that we know or declare your list or your elements are complete or finished. The example of linked list are shown in below figure. This is the example of linked list. We are in a previous slide we say that in a linked list there are two parts. First is the data and second is a pointer. Data means where actually elements are stored in a data field, and in a pointer store the address of the next element. Okay, got it? And in a linked list, which are the first node is known as the head node or a start node. Okay, and also says that in a last node as contains a null pointer. Okay, there are four data elements, 10, 20, 13 and 14. 14 as the last, so that indicates that null. Means what? In this list we are our data elements that declare using this null pointer. Okay, you got it? Difference between arrays and linked list. These questions are asked for the exam. It is important. Okay, in this point only the definition of arrays and linked list in detail we are studying in a chapter wise. Okay, first array and linked list. Difference between in that their points are: first, array is a collection of elements of similar data type. Linked list is an ordered collection of elements of same type which are connected to each other using pointers. Okay. Second point means what? In a array are collection of same data, same type, and in a linked list are same type but are connected with each other using pointers. Array supports random access, hence nth elements can be accessed directly by specifying its index. In a linked list supports sequential access, hence to access nth element of a linked list, one has to travel entire list. Means what? In a array there are elements are sequentially stored. Okay, so in that any nth element or in a list any elements we are access, then we directly specify only for index, then we can access for it. Means any randomly elements we are accessed using that array, because in that specify the index number. So but in a linked list, in that elements are stored sequentially, but in a using the address, means using the pointer through are stored. So in a nth elements means what? Any elements, nth elements means what? Any position elements we are find out, then we are travels on entire list. Third difference, elements are stored in a continuous memory location in the memory. In a linked list, new elements can be stored anywhere in the memory. Okay, means what? In a array are stored in a continuous. So any new elements are entered that are continuously stored it. But in a linked list, anywhere in the memory the elements are stored, but their address are stored in a previous element, so they are connected with each other. So in that create the relationship, in that create the linear relationship. Fourth difference, memory is allocated as soon as the array is declared. At compile time, it is called as static memory allocation. Memory is allocated at runtime as when a new node is added. It is also known as dynamic memory allocation. Means what? In a array, memory allocation is compile time. When we compile the program, that time memory is allocated. So it is called as static memory allocation. In that linked list, memory is allocated at a runtime when we new node are added, so it is called as dynamic memory allocation. Keep the difference, array can be one dimensional, two dimensional or multidimensional, and linked list can be singly, doubly or circular. Means it is the types of arrays and it is the types of linked list. 6 point, size of array is fixed, must be known in advance. Size of linked list is variable. Means what? In a array your size is already fixed, we are declare when we variable are declared, so in advance we know which is the size of or what is the size of array. But in a linked list it is the variable, means it is changeable, so in that advance not a known. Okay, these are the difference between array and linked list. Your question asking for 2 marks, then we write the 2 difference. Asking for 4 marks, then write the 4 marks. Depends upon your marks how to asking. Okay. Third point, stack. A stack is a data structure in which all the insertion and deletion are performed at one end, which is known as TOP of the stack. Okay, top of the stack. The insertion operation in stack is known as push, and deletion operations is in stack is known as pop. Okay. In a stack is a data structure in which all the insertion and deletions are performed at the one end, which is known as TOP of the stack. Means what? Top of the stack. Means in a stack data structure, any element insert or delete at the one end we are inserted or deleted whenever in a stack, top of the stack. Okay, and the insertion operations in a stack are known as the push, and in a deletion operation in a stack is known as the pop. Means what? In a stack any element we are inserted, that time to call push, and in a stack any elements are deleted, that operations are known as pop. Okay, stack follows LIFO, means last in first out mechanism. Means stack is follows the mechanism of LIFO, means this approach through data elements are inserted or deleted. Real time example. Okay, for example, plates on a tray and stack of coins, etc. Means what? Plates on a tray means it is on one type of tray. In that tray we plates are arranged one after one after one after. That's so it is the example of stack. Also coins. Okay, in this example shows that how it is possible. This example of stack as shown in this figure. Okay, we are said that stack is a data structure that insertion and deletion operations are performed in a one end, that is known as the top of the stack. It is the stack in that one end in which we are added or in that it is a one end in that we are added or deleted the elements, so that positions are known as top of the stack. Okay, when we inserting the elements are known as push, when we deleting the elements are known as the pop. Okay, in that, for example, it is the tray. In that one plates are inserted, above put the another tray, another put the another plate, after that another put the another plate. So one by one we are inserting the plates. Okay, and when we first plates are put in a lower, after that one by one are put in one another one. Okay, so when we are deleting or accessing the plate, that the last is the access the first, so it is called as LIFO. See, so means last in first out. So so this mechanism is known as LIFO. Stack of coins means, for example, we in a put a one coin, after that put a another coin, after that one put a another coin, after that one put a another coin, one after one we coin are inserted. Okay, so in that also the last coins which are first deleted or first access, so this mechanism is called as LIFO. Okay, got it? Fourth point, queue. A queue is a linear data structure in which insertion and deletions are performed at real and front respectively. Means what? In a queue it is a one type of linear data structure, and in that which are insertion and deletions or operations are performed at the rear and front. Means the insertion the element at the rear, and when we deletion the element that using through front. Q follows Q follows FIFO, means first in first out mechanism. Okay, real time example, people waiting in the bus stop for ticket. Okay, for example, peoples are waiting for in a bus stop for the ticket, that time who are the in a first that are get the ticket. Okay, and who are the entering in a for ticket, they are last to insert and delete from in a front. Okay, means what? In this example, for example, it is a queue, in that we are people waiting for the accessing the ticket, they are ticket obtained and out of the queue. Okay, so it is known as the deletion operation called as front. And when a people are in a entering in a queue at the last time, so it is the inserting, so inserting node is called as rear. Okay. Same our example follows. Call log facility in a mobile where calls are stored in order of their arrival and older one deleted automatically after some time. Okay. In when we call log in our mobile facility, okay, in that which are arrived calls are stored one by one and older which are automatically are deleted sometimes. So it is the example of queue. Also the example of queue, students are in a queue in a library or in a filling the exam form or in a filling the our admission process, etc. Okay, these are the examples of our queue. The operations that is performed on a queue are insertion, that is add an element in a rear end of a queue, and deletion, deleting an element from a front end of a queue. Means insertion means add the element in a rear position, means end of the queue, and deletions is the from the front. Okay. Next, this is the through the example we shown that. Next point, non-linear data structure. Up to we are known the linear data structure, means what? In that relationship with their data elements are created, but in a non-linear data structure, a non-linear data structure defined as do not maintain any relationship between their data elements. Okay, means what? In a non-linear data structure, that elements are not connected, means or not relationship between that two data elements. In non-linear data structure, data elements are not organized in a sequential way. Okay, in a linear data structure, their elements are arranged or organized in a sequentially, but in a non-linear, not data elements are organized in a sequential way. Each element in a non-linear data structure is not constrained to have a unique predecessor and a unique successor. Means what? It is the not a sequential, so not constrained a successor and predecessor. Okay. The different types of non-linear data structures are given below: tree and graph. These are one by one known in a next slide. Tree. Tree maintains a hierarchical structure on collection of data items. Okay. Means in a tree, their data items are hierarchical through they are maintained it. A tree is collection of one or more nodes. In a tree, more than one nodes are present. One node called root and remaining nodes can be partitioned into n disjoint subsets. Means what? Which are the first node that are called as root, and their remaining nodes can be partitioned into disjoint subset. Okay, these are disjoint subsets are n greater than is equal to 0. Means for example, your disjoint subsets are greater than the 0. Each disjoint set is a tree. The example of tree as shown in below figure. This figure through you understand what is meant by tree. In that it is the tree is known as the hierarchical structure. Okay. In above figure shows top node is called as root. Top node is called as root, and there are two disjoint subset, one for left side and another for right side. Okay. It is the example of tree. How it is tree of data structure? It is tree is the hierarchical purpose. Okay, hierarchical through the data tree are formed. In that one node is known as root, and there are more than one are disjoint subset are formed, and there one disjoint subset are also known as the one type of a tree. Okay, it is one type of a tree, it is one type of a tree, it is whole, it is one type of a tree. Okay. Next, second, graph. Graph is collection of vertices are known as nodes and edges known as the arcs. Each edge in it is specified by a each edge in it is specified by a pair of vertices. Means what? In that edges are connected with in a pair of vertices. A graph can be directed graph or undirected graph. A graph in which each edge is directed, that is whose pairs are ordered, it is called as directed graph, and a graph in which each edge is undirected, that is graph is not ordered, it is called as undirected graph. Means what? In a graph there are two types of graph, directed graph and undirected graph. Which are the directed graph? In edges are directed or in a ordered, that are known as directed graph, and in a unordered their edges are not in a order, not connected with directly, that are known as the undirected graph. Using through example we are clear this point. The example of graph is shown in below figure. It is the undirected graph and it is the directed graph. What is the definition of in undirected graph? In a undirected graph the edges, okay, edges are connected to undirected, means not a order, in that order through edges are connected, so it is called as directed graph and it is a undirected graph. In above figure shows that two types of graphs. One for undirected graph, there each edges is unordered or a not ordered, means or not connected with directly, and another for directed graph, there each node is directed or in a order, that is v1 to v2, v2 to v3, v1 to v3. It is the given one order, means all data elements move from v1 to v2, v2 to v3. It is the nodes, okay, that are moved. But in a unordered list, not it is. So it is a unordered graph and it is a undirected graph and it is a directed graph. Okay, next part, difference between linear data structure and non-linear data structure. These questions are also asked for 4 marks or 8 marks or 2 marks. So that's marks depends, we write the points. First, a data structure is said to be linear if its elements from a sequence or linear list. A data structure is said to be non-linear if its every data item is attached to several other data items. Second point, data is arranged in linear sequence, in that data is not arranged in a sequence, because in a linear definition is linearly sequentially data are stored, organized. In a non-linear, data are not arranged in a sequence. They are easy to implement in a computer's memory since they are organized sequentially. They are difficult to implement in a computer's memory since the data elements can be attached to various other data elements. Okay. Because in a linear, data are arranged in sequentially, so it is easy to implement and it is a difficulty to implement. In a linear data structure, all data elements are present at a single level, and in a non-linear data structure, data elements are present at a multiple levels. Okay. In linear data structures are easier to implement. Non-linear data structures are difficulty to understand and implement as compared to linear data structures. There is one-to-one relationship between data elements. In a non-linear, there are one-to-one or one-to-many relationship between data elements. In a linear, linear data structures can be traversed completely in a single run, and in a non-linear data structures are not easy to travel and needs multiple runs to be traversed completely. Examples of linear structure: list, stack, queue, etc. And in a non-linear examples: tree, graphs, etc. Summary of our today's third lecture is: we know the points: classification of data structure, linear data structure, array, linked list, difference between array and linked list, stack, queue, non-linear data structure, tree, graph, difference between linear and non-linear data structure. Homework of your today's third lecture is given some questions for assignment 1, and it is continuous of previous lecture questions. These assignment questions are important for your board exam, so these questions prepare it. Thank you. Today's our third lecture here stop. Any doubt arise about today's lecture, then contact with me, no problem. If you daily each point study, also revision it and do homework, then you easily to understand our subject of data structure using C, and you got out marks. Thank you.